Scientists' terrifying discovery in Egypt, which will blow your mind. Surprisingly, archaeologists are left baffled over the origins of the gold-hilted dagger made from the outer space materials that are unearthed from King Tut, the King Tutankhamun's tomb. In today's video, we are showing you some of the terrifying discoveries in Egypt that will surely blow your mind. Hello everyone! Welcome back to the Tech Universe. Before starting, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to get more updates on the space and tech world. That being said, let's begin. To your knowledge, even experts got stunned after discovering the spectacular artifact that was made from iron and came from meteors. Then finally a discovery was made by some experts from Japan and researchers from Egypt, walking in Cairo's Egyptian Museum. They discovered that the raw meteorite of the dagger blade was to be octahedrite, which is the most common class among the iron meteorites. They also argued that the object might have arrived as a gift from Turkey, which was earlier known as Anatolia. But in some of the studies, experts also argued that the adhesive that had been placed over the dagger's gold hilt was made of lime plaster. The material was somehow used in Anatolia during the reign of Tutankhamun, and was not widely used in Egypt. That was not the only piece of evidence that pointed to Anatolia. Still, some historical records state that at the site of Amarna, Tushratta revealed that the king of Mitanni in Anatolia provided one iron dagger to Amenhotep III as a gift. Amenhotep III reigned in ancient Egypt from around 1390 to 1352 BC and was thought to be the grandfather of Tutankhamun. The experts also discovered that the dagger was manufactured with the help of a heat forging process at a lower temperature of 950 degrees Celsius. But some other experts also noted that the dagger was not an Anatolian export. The authors of Iron from the Tomb of Tutankhamun argue that the mystery is still unsolved and has no further dispute. Instead of deciding a definite solution, the researchers argued that it is somehow impossible to decipher where the dagger arrived from or who it was designed by. But they have been able to narrow some of the evidence. They also noted that the rock crystal designed from the pommel of the blade resembled some artifacts that were used in the region of Aegean. But they also described that the shape of that blade pommel was typically Egyptian. Archaeologists further argued that this indicates it could be constructed in Egypt or as a product to be exported to the Egyptian market. The researchers stated this indicates no clear picture of the origin of the handle as well as the blade of the dagger. This is not the only discovery, as relative to this, in 2021, Egypt archaeologists uncovered a terrifying mummy that is believed to be around 4,000 years old. They discovered it while evacuating a burial chamber. Moreover, the remains of bones were found that baffled the researchers. The discovery was made by Dr. Martina Bordonova, an archaeologist in Aswan, the city with massive historical significance sitting on the Nile River. She was leading the Spanish research team working to investigate the reign of Hatshepsut, the first ever female ruler of Egypt. During that, they discovered an unopened tomb within the cliffs. The Secrets of Egypt's Valley of the Kings, the fourth channel, revealed how experts excavated the outer area of the tomb before breaking in and making the terrifying developments despite the treacherous conditions. Martina has to get to the tomb where the Saharan sandstorm was blowing from the south. As the sandstorm reached the gale force, the 200-meter of the journey felt like a battle to her. Finally, in the shelter of the tomb, the team of Martina carefully removed the lid of the terracotta coffin, and they were about to discover the mystery of whether something survived after 4,000 years or not. As the expert tried to remove the coffin, she got shaken by the appearance of that mummy. She stated that it was so heavy, and they were to be so careful while taking it out as it was so scary. It was a scary movie if this mummy is moving, and she will be as fast as possible. It was so ugly mummy, and it was not really a mummy. It was just there, but not well bandaged, and that's why it was so terrifying. The series also detailed how some experts were brought to understand the discovery properly. It further stated that the terracotta coffins comprises no mummy but a skeleton shrouded in the black material. Dr. Miguel Cecilio Botella Lopez, the bone expert, also arrived there to analyze the entire situation and the skeleton. They hoped to discover the person there in those bandages and how they prepared for the afterlife. After taking off the bandages, Dr. Botella stated that it was a woman. He further stated that it is surely a woman, and the age is not sure to say, but it is over 70-year-old. The team was baffled by the estimate, as the people in ancient Egypt did not grow so old. Instead, very high infant death rates were there due to infections that resulted in a lower average expectancy of life. But those who survived their childhood lived for some time longer than usual. Dr. Bardanova continued saying that the average life expectancy there is 25-year-old, but more women died during childbirth. When they have someone around 70 years old, that was surprising for her, but eventually it was nice to get someone who is really old. Tutankhamun is the popular Egyptian pharaoh, but he is only believed to live for 18 years. Human remains were the primary sources that are used to calculate life expectancy and age, as there are some visual and written archives. Occasionally, the age at the time of death can be discovered with the inscription part of the label attached to the bodies of mummies. Secondary evidence to calculate aging includes some legal documents that have referred to the person as aged. In earlier times, elders were defined as older adults who could no longer contribute labor. Egyptian writing also indicates the social norm to respect older people, but there were no special position for elders in the society. Finally, the last discovery was also in 2021, when archaeologists discovered the lost pleasure city of Luxor, which was long fabled as the Egyptian Pompeii. This was preserved in time, and the city dates to Amenhotep III, King Tut's reign. The city was known as the Lost Golden City of Luxor, that was buried beneath the desert sands for millions of years. The Lost City was the second most essential archaeological discovery since Tutankhamun's tomb. Excavations are also there that near Luxor started in September and got covered quickly with a network of ancient artifacts and mud brick walls. The team also discovered a royal industrial metropolis on the outskirts of Thebes, the capital. Egyptologists also dubbed the project the Rise of Aten, after a mud seal identifying the city to be the domain of the dazzling Aten. It is incredibly beautiful, as stated by the Egyptology unit of Cairo, and experts there don't think they can oversell it, as the city is mind-blowing. Archaeologists also stated that this lost city is a sort of ancient Egyptian Pompeii. Researchers were able to date this site because of the inscriptions on the lids of mud bricks and wine vessels marked with the seal of Cartouche of King Amenhotep III. The pharaoh was in power from 1386 to 1353 BC and was the grandfather of Tutankhamun as well as the father of Akhenaten, the famed boy king of Egypt. His reign was of great power and prosperity for Egypt. The city also appeared to have been abandoned when Akhenaten changed his name and formed a new religion while worshipping Aten, the sun god. The heretical pharaoh, whose name got wiped out from history following his death as the kingdom was returned to the traditional beliefs and was established as the new capital city, known as Amarna today, but earlier as Akhenaten. There were several neighborhoods surrounding this newly discovered lost city, with administrative and residential areas, a large bakery and food preparation area, a workshop for the production of jewelry and bricks, as well as a cemetery. The mission was expected to uncover the untouched tombs with treasures, and further excavations of the arena will reveal what truly happened 3,500 years ago. As the excavations continued, the team also wished to determine whether or not the city was repopulated once Tut re-established Thebes as the capital city. So this was all about the terrifying discovery in Egypt, which will blow your mind. What are your views about the video? Did these discoveries terrify and surprise you? Let us know your views and opinions in the comment section below. Stay tuned and subscribe to our channel for more uploads like this. Until the next video, we will see you in the next one. Until then, peace.